Now we will move into our WWE Raw portion of the show, and as you know, we'll already go in with starting off with our favorite show that's sweeping the nation. It's the Judgment Days of our lives. Yes, and all of those people, yes, are still relevant when it comes to this nighttime, daytime TV series there. So we'll go ahead.
That show will get canceled here in about a month, though.
Hey,
they about to break up.
Hey, but I mean that's fine, man. All series come to an end. This Judgment Days of Our Lives show lasted just about as long as the Steve Harvey show and all these other shows and stuff. They still made an impact. You know what I'm saying? But all good things come to an end. So evidently, Dom. First of all, let's talk about Carlito hating it, because it all started with Carlito. So that was a wise idea that somebody should go and attack Jay Uso.
Yeah, because he was talking about mommy.
Because he was talking about mommy and stuff like that. Mommy was like, leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But see, they still wanted to do that, and so they end up finding him. And Sami Zayn got pulled into it. They ain't slick, but Sami Zayn got pulled.
Yeah, that's just again. They're cool again now. Matter of fact, again, it turned into a match. They had a tag team match later on with them too. So
yeah. But, I mean, they were cool anyway though, because I think they were still cool or whatever. But so they get back to the clubhouse or whatever, and mommy, sees them. They didn't got their head toe up or whatnot. And all of a sudden, she was like, why did y'all go after there and stuff like that? And then was asking Dom and Finn, like, where were you guys at? Why did they get beat up like this? And Carlito was like, ask Liv.
I totally missed that part.
Bro, that was so crazy. She was like, what? And Dom was like, no. And then you could hear Bobblehead over there like, dude, you run your mouth too much. Can you even lie right? Like, and so that's how they got out to the ring, because mommy was like, come on, we going to the ring.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's when, everybody came out to the ring and whatnot. So
that's why, I saw that part when
Dom grew up.
Yeah. You say grew up here, but he made, now here's the thing. He made Liv cry, which, hey, great job on Liv, dropping them tears like that, because I still think on SummerSlam, with all that crying, Dom's still gonna turn on Rhea. He's gonna end up leaving with me.
Bro, that was a pick that was on our timeline of Dominic when he was saying what he said, and he looked like he didn't mean it.
Now I'm curious. They probably have. I just had to look at it. If someone has translated what he said, because half that promo he said in Spanish to Liv. So I want to go back. Somebody,
but Liv knows Spanish too, though, because even if he didn't, if he said something, and damn, that shit would have been out on Instagram.
Right.
No, that would have been out there immediately if it was something slick.
Right.
If it was something slick or in code, these wrestling super stands would have been all over it.
Yeah.
But I still think that we're going to have a swerve here. We're going to have a swerve here because there's still Jay lurking in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he catch Jay just walking by talking to mommy, and now that's them kept this going, and she's trying to tell him it's nothing like that. Now we done flipped. So Liv is still winning. Liv is still winning the title. Well, she's going to regain the title in 2 weeks. All right. So I don't want everybody to be mad that
Rhea's going to win the title.
No, I said Liv is going to retain.
Retain. Okay. All right.
She's going to retain, but she's going to retain with the help of Dominic Mysterio. That's going to make those tears dry up, and they're back into her good graces, and we're going to keep this love triangle going.
Now, some people may not realize, as long as Rhea and Dom have been quote unquote together, they've never kissed on screen. Now, the fact that she licked this man's side of his man's face and then kissed him on the cheek, That's about as intimate as they've been. She pulled her hair back and everything.
They said he choked. It's like he choked her. She choked him with.
Yeah. She basically grabbed his face like this, then looked at him. Hey, turn me on. I was just saying. She.
I don't know.
So she.
Liv aura up in the stands. She was like, "We don't go for girls like
with the little bit of short girls
like."
Yeah.
Go ahead, Liv. I
brought up Rhea and Dom, I guess kissing or whatever, because I feel like this is what I would like. Again, Dom's wife got to sign off on it though. when he does turn on Rhea, similar to, if you remember, the love triangle with Chris Jericho, Trish Stratus, and Christian. Christian turned on Chris Jericho. Him and Trish Stratus on top of the stage, tonguing it down in front of him so him to see it. I want Liv and Dom to be tonguing it down in front of Rhea at the end of that match. So
that would hurt. That would send shockwaves, that will do what? That will continue to put Phoenix, Arizona style heat on Dominic Mysterio, because it's starting to kind of. I'm not saying it's starting to die down because they're still booing the hell out this kid. But if they continue to let this, mommy and Dom back together, it's gonna start trying to bring people back over to Dom thing and stuff like that. I don't think they want it.
Right.
I don't think that's
And if that happens, then you can. That's the official Rhea babyface turn.
Yes,
because you know that you screw up, but then you also broke her heart too by kissing Liv in front of her. So crowd to be all on Rhea's side.
But let's think about this, because you see the stuff I be saying and stuff like that. So it was one post that I put out there, and everybody was like, people are forgetting who the real villain in this whole situation.
Yeah. Because Rhea did
count. Slick is Rhea.
Rhea stole Dom from his family, from Rey Mysterio and all that stuff. She would, had scenes where she would be basically beating Dom up before eventually, accepting her.
She messed up her shoulder. I forgot how, bro. I watched the video. She stomped her shoulder twice in the chair.
Oh yeah, Liv, yeah.
With the chair. This was all, and now everything is flipped. But mommy is the face out of this. It's so crazy how that works.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works.
It's how you tell the story, and the way they told the story was, when the whole Liv revenge tour, I think that initial thing was supposed to be different. Liv was supposed to be doing it as a babyface, but then when Rhea got hurt, they saw opportunities to flip Liv. And the roles have to reverse, because it's not going to work if you have both two heels doing that. So that's we'll see.
Oh, I didn't put whatchamacallit up here. I'm sorry, we talking about Raw. We talking about no dance. Oh, okay, talking Raw right now. So that Judgment Day thing continues. Looks like Finn is trying to put his big boy pants on and make stuff happen, because he is going to he's going to talk about getting a match, which he did get that match later on with Finn and Dom versus Sammy and Jay. Oh, yeah. He also said that he wanted a match with Gunther, because while we on it, we can go ahead and talk about that. Priest and Gunther got into it and was scrapping all over the arena. I like that though.
Yeah,
I like it though.
I didn't see this. I didn't see this as being the background to the feud. But the feud is basically going to like, look, I grew up in a better situation than you did. I'm better than you because of that. You street trash.
They called all of Judgment Day street trash.
Yeah, y'all grew up in trailer parks and slept in cars and stuff, and I was in my mansion on the fourth floor, that type of thing. So, but yeah, it's, common, good versus evil. I'm better than you, that type of thing. So,
yeah, and plus,
go ahead.
I didn't know that. There's a lot of people that's kind of uncomfortable with Gunther on the mic. He's trying. I think it's okay. but there's still something needed there, and so he still need a mouthpiece. If you put him,
he doesn't need to talk as much as he's doing. When you that size and that has that personality, you don't need to talk to them. You know, your job is to go out there, whoop their ass, ding ding ding, go home. You know, so. But yeah, if they gonna have people talking like that, then they need somebody. He needs a mouthpiece. Yeah.
Then that's where Ludwig Kaiser comes in. Where has he been? I haven't seen.
Well, you know, the last time he got speared by Braun Breaker while trying to, I guess he was trying to attack Ilya Dragunov, and then he got caught in the crossfires with Braun Breaker. So both of them were feuding with him, and so yeah, he's been out for a couple weeks because of that, supposedly.
I wonder, does he come in to help him win the title though too? But that don't really happen in Gunther matches though. He usually win clean, kind of. He doesn't really have any outside interference and stuff like that. To my, I mean, just thinking about those IC title matches and stuff that he was having, he was getting over clean. There wasn't anybody from the team helping him or whatnot. And,
most of his matches were, you know, clean and brutal, and you know, you going stiff, I guess is the word I like to use. But those were his type of matches.
Oh, I wonder if Kaiser comes back and costs Braun Breaker the title too.
Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a one-off. Now he could, because again, if he's legit hurt,
nothing is a one-off.
They're gonna say,
especially if he's hurt because of what happened by that.
Right.
Nothing is a one-off. Maybe they use that to continue to build Braun Breaker and take the eyes off of that. But he'll still be in the IC picture or whatever. But I still have to deal with this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Type of deal, and reintroduce Kaiser into it, because it was supposed to be the whole Breaker, Sheamus, and Kaiser type of deal, because I think that happened a couple of weeks in a row. And then all of a sudden it went away, and then Kaiser did too, and then Sheamus went into another program because with Pete Dunne, because his partner is out. So I don't know. Maybe
could be a lot of that because of injuries.
Know.
They're moving things around. Yeah, could be a lot of that.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to that Priest Gunther. It's even making me believe that, because I've been hearing more rumblings now, instead of that Priest is going to lose, that he might actually beat Gunther. I don't know. I don't see that. Yeah. I don't. Hey, I mean, he's starting to become people are starting to cheer him more. He's starting to become more of a face and stuff like that. Why not? Hell, I mean, let Gunther run it back at Bash in Berlin and then win.
See, that's the thing.
So I don't know.
Again, we don't know what the initial plan is, but you know, you mentioned his name a few times the past few weeks. If anybody interferes and causes Gunther to lose, it would be Vinci. I can't forget what's his name. Gianno Da Vinci or something like that. I can see him causing that, and then if Gunther loses, then we can get the rematch in Germany at Bash Berlin. So maybe.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we'll see. I mean, all money's still on. If I still have to put money on it, I still, expect Gunther to win or whatnot. But I like, I'm not gonna be mad if Damien, wins and pulls it out or whatever. I don't care about that. But hey, we'll see what goes on with that. Let's see. Oh, the Y6 Sister Abigail story. That was one of the creepiest ones. I mean, the whole video segment.
And I don't understand why that, when the other two were so personal, why not let Nikki Cross, who we all know is Sister Abigail, why not let her be herself and talk as well? So
because she was already in that phase, but when last time we saw her though,
I heard.
Why have her start back talking when the last time we saw her was exactly how we saw it? Yeah. She was just staring and rocking and all that other stuff. Don't let her say anything. Let
Yeah.
her just be. Let her be her at that time. And with the screaming and all the other stuff, it was unsettling. I was like, this is creepy. This giving me what's the name of that the Grudge kind of vibes.
Yeah.
By that. So I was cool with it. We can just move on from her. Now we can go ahead and get to everybody else.
Right.
And whatnot. And I'm starting to see it's like kind of how no, they're not doing it like in the order of like how like the group will go or whatever. I mean, it probably is because it was Uncle Howdy, then it was Rowan, and now so now we're gonna probably do Dexter next.
Yeah, between the two left, it's probably Dexter.
It's Dexter. It's probably Dexter next, and then we save Gacy.
Because unless you was an avid NXT watcher, you don't know who Joe Gacy
is. I do. Yeah. And he had his crew, and that's where Ava was at first before she became the. That's where Ava was before she became a general manager.
I think Schism was the name of the group.
Schism. Yeah. There you go.
Ava was a part of that. Yes.
Yeah. So in the last few matches, I saw him getting beat up with a straight jacket on and all that other stuff, man. Like, hey, Gacy might be he's a good one to have in there. Again, I still think that they're saying 6, as in like
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that much.
I think it's still one more. It's got to be one more to me. It's wordplay to me. So hey, we'll see.
Well, the one person that they want is still out there, so we'll see. And that's Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. I just saw a post of her last week practicing in the ring at the Performance Center. So, will she be back? Only time will tell. But yeah, they made an appearance because the new Alpha Academy was pretty much solidified with the Creed brothers and Chad Gable coming out together to talk to the old Alpha Academy after they just Tozawa and New Day member Xavier Woods lose to the Final Testament or whatnot. So I guess that was official, and they even tried to get them to come back. Hey, if you guys come back with with me and stuff like that, I wouldn't been mad if Otis did or whatever, because that'd be a nice little mini faction or whatever. But
so 2 points. Shout out to the Creeds for actually finding matching shoes to go with their suits now. The last time they had the blue and white J's with a brown suit on. So it's like, so at least they got
they probably borrowed somebody's shoes because they left them just, and
and my second point throw out there. Okay, so you got Chad and the Creed brothers on one side, Otis, Tozawa on the other side. Who is the official Alpha Academy? Is it still Otis them because they had the name, or does it go? The Otis Alpha Academy go with Chad? So he's gonna get
Alpha Academy goes with Chad.
Yeah, okay.
So this new group is just going to be their names at this point.
Yeah.
Until something happens or until some kind of new group is formed or whatever. And the whatchamacallit hasn't been introduced yet, and I think she will be here probably next week or within the next couple of weeks.
She now one thing about that, WWE is slick about this thing. She hasn't been with the Creed brothers for a while though. For like the last 2 months, you have not seen Ivan I with her, so they could automatically eliminate her and just push her aside.
She was in the background on one of them.
Okay.
She was in the background on one of them. Now,
was she talking to Chad too, or she just?
Yeah, she was right there with the brothers talking with Chad. I've seen her at least one time.
I think I have too. Now I think about it.
But it has been mostly Chad and the Creed brothers leading up to now. We're seeing their union, but maybe they want us to forget about Ivan now because she haven't came out.
Yeah.
But Maxine about to get it.
Yeah.
Maxine about to get it, and they're gonna reintroduce Ivan now, and that's going to be the end of this group, because I don't see them. What's the purpose? What can they do? They might have them. I mean, you got the Creed brothers and the Y6, and then you got the Creed. I mean, in the Alpha Academy and the Y6, and now you got the old members and stuff with it and stuff. Maybe we still can have a Otis and Chad Gable match, because that should be happening down the line. But I mean, they still got some, but it's running out for Cesaro and company. Time is running out for them. So after they put the beat down on Otis and company or whatever, the Y6 make their appearance, and we look down the aisle, and there's only 4 people down there, which means that Uncle Howdy was somewhere, and he appeared in the ring, looking like a smaller version of his brother, and hits. I've never seen a pop for a move.
Oh yeah.
Like when he put him in the Sister Abigail, man, everybody went nuts.
Yeah, so many still shots out there on the internet, like side by side between him and Bray doing it. So yeah,
so that was cool. That was cool to see that popping off or whatever. Do you think that that's going to be a match that they add to introduce the Y6, or are we still going to do our intros first before they introduce or add? They're not going to be in. They're not going to be in. They're not going to be at the pre-show match. Not at all.
Well, I mean, I can see, not necessarily pre-show, but I can see them having a match. Well, no, I can see them introducing the last 2, maybe this next Raw, and then I guess it would be another Raw before SummerSlam. Maybe they make it official then, where it's a match. It could be the opening match between him and Chad, Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable at SummerSlam, but I'm not sure.
I don't know, because we're still doing introductions or whatever. We're looking forward to that first match though, because it's been building or whatever. Maybe I don't know. I think they would have teased it for SummerSlam already instead of throwing it on us a week out. Or I think that would have been something that was said or whatever. I think it's too easy at this point to be like, oh, all right, so now it's Chad Gable versus Uncle Howdy. No, I think it's going to be. You can stretch
it out, because again, we talk about, really, when you think about Bash of Berlin, which is the next, I guess, PLE. Mm-hmm. We assume we're gonna have Cody's gonna have a championship match, and we assume Gunther will be involved at some point because of this his home country. But because I think he's from Austria or whatever. Is that in Germany? You're somewhere in there? I'm not sure.
I wasn't fine at social studies when it came to the global part of geography.
Geography, yeah.
But I was cold as hell for the United States and everywhere else though.
Yeah.
Europe and stuff.
But my point is, they need matches for this show, so we can see it pushing back to maybe Bash Berlin. And
that gives them something big to finally, like in Germany, they get to be the one to see the first Wyatt 6 debut match. Yeah. And that's their big selling point to bring people out. Outside of it just being WWE being there, they get to bring they'll have the claim of fame of, hey, the Y6 debuted here at Bash of Berlin. Right. Stuff like that. So so we got that situation. S Squared, they were back on the card this week, and they were actually 1-1 this time, because it looks like Lyra Valkyria is losing people in the back, because she takes yet again another L, and then Zoe Stark, out of everybody, out of the group, loses to one Zelina Vega. They said this was Zelina Vega's first win since 2023 when she beat Io Sky. She has been
the Queen of the Ring.
They said 2023. So we talking about maybe Middle. I said they said middle.
Yeah, because So I mean, well, I say that to say, in 2023, the 2023 Queen of the Ring, Zelina won. So I think she did beat Io Scott in the championship game, in the championship match for that Queen of the Ring. So that's what it was. So which also says she didn't get any wins as Queen of the Ring, but I think more of that was just them not using her. So
yeah. So Zelina finally gets a win. Shout out to Zelina. You liked our post, and stuff like that. Keep
she's officially a friend of the show now.
She's a friend of the
even though she doesn't know it yet. But yeah.
Shout out to Lola Vice. Happy belated birthday, mommy.
Oh yeah.
You're a friend, another friend of the show who likes the Black Four Horsemen as well. So hey, we're getting out there. The stable end up losing one of their matches, but they're still kind of looking strong because everybody and their mom is coming after these tag titles. I even kind of looked on our timeline and it looks like Lash.
I was just about to say that.
And Jakara are now challenging Isla Dawn and Alpha Fire for the tag team championship. So they are trying to really build this women's tag
they have to, man,
division with them both shows.
Right, they have to because we haven't, honestly, and I heard somebody else mention this on the timeline. Not since Bayley and Sasha Banks had those tag titles have we really been enthusiastic about the women's tag team division. Then it lost some momentum. Then I feel like it gained it back with Bianca and Jay, but then y'all have them drop the belts after that. So yeah, it's kind of in the tag team women's division. It's kind of in limbo right now, and it needs to spark. So hopefully, with them bouncing from all the different shows, we can get that back.
Why not just go ahead and do what they're doing? I think I like it because they threw the NXT titles in the garbage can. I just remembered that. I saw something on our Twitter feed that I forgot who it was, but they ended that. They sure did. Trashed them because I was wondering because they Liv and Raquel Rodriguez, they unified them.
Yeah.
And then somebody beat them for them, and next thing you know, they were gone. Yeah. But since you don't have a deep, super deep tag division on the women's side of things, might as well just go ahead and just let NXT, TNA, and SmackDown and Raw Women's Champions go after it and stuff like that. That way, you're building the titles on all platforms.
Yeah.
So, we'll see where that goes with that. I'm gonna save my other one for last because this one's really bothering the hell out of me. But Breaker jumps back in. We talked about that. He took out Sami Zayn after the Jey Uso and Sami Zayn win over the Raw Tag Team Champions. Whatnot. And I also like how he came in and got his lick back on Sami Zayn and got out instead of having to deal with Jay. Because Jay was celebrating on the ropes, or if he's going to say yeeting all over the ropes. And Breaker comes in, spears Sami, and gets out of Dodge. I'm not going to be mad if he wins the title, but I mean, it's looking like that IC title might change.
Yeah. I still think it's too soon, but if you look at everything that's going around, and if Sami is going to embrace himself back into this bloodline feud thing, that he doesn't need that title to do that. So, I can see if Sami drops it, I can see Sami dropping the belt to a Breaker, and then Jay starts pulling Sami into what's going on with his business, and then ultimately what happens in the bloodline business. So we can get them two plus Roman plus Jimmy, in some kind of war game.
Do you want to see Sami in it though instead of somebody?
If it's going to be, what is that, 4? If it's going to be 4 and 4, then I'd rather Sami than anybody else.
I guess they're going to be old versus new.
Basically, it's old bloodline, or they call it OG bloodline versus the new one. Yeah.
Okay.
Because even though the bloodline started, the official OG bloodline, which is the 3 of them, the Usos and Roman, but they didn't become the, I guess, household name or even I wouldn't say the comedy relief, but they didn't become mainstream until Sami got on that.
Sami, believe it or not, Sami took that to another. He took it to another level. It took it to another level. So I don't know. we'll see how that builds and stuff, because I think maybe this match and stuff like that may not be one off, and this is kind of getting you to the idea of what you said, that Sammy might be sliding into the OG bloodline story and stuff like that, which would be awesome, by the way. I'm not going to hate on it or whatever. And you can still introduce new members on both sides.
Right. Yeah.
You can still introduce people that or that will come in and make this storyline even better. So
what I want to say again, this is just I literally thought about this as I was driving home before we jumped on. It probably won't happen, but if you want to start some dissension in the new bloodline, again, Hikuleo may be on his way. So now you got another brother in. Jacob, I guess, when it comes to like family relations, he's like the cousin. He's like the black sheep of the family, the cousin that we don't invite to cookouts. Like that. So check this out. So this is how you fantasy book them having some kind of issues. So for the history of this bloodline, Naomi has not been recognized as being married to the family or being involved in the bloodline. She's on SmackDown with the rest of them. Somehow, some backstage segment, maybe they're in the hallway together, and maybe Naomi accidentally bumps Solo or whatever. Solo and Naomi have like a stir down, and right as you think Solo about to do something, Jacob comes in, but like, hold on, partner, she off limit. So then you got Jacob and Solo kind of looking at each other like, what are you doing? Then when they do break up, let's say Hikuleo is with them, Jacob goes over to the side with Roman and the Usos. So again,
and that possibly takes Sammy out too.
Spot. Yeah, right. Yeah. If you want to keep the numbers even, yeah, they can take Sammy out.
Because people have been doing little shots and stuff like that, little still shots of him, like why is he looking at him like that, or why they are really trying to make this
something. Yeah.
They're really trying to make this something to where that Jacob is going to side with Roman and stuff like that. But Roman is already a bigger personality and stuff like that. If anything, somebody could probably turn on Solo.
Yeah.
And that'll really be OG bloodline, because now you got Hikuleo and the Gorillas of Destruction, and then you got your Gorillas of Destiny, and then now you got Jacob running the things the way he want to run things. So I don't know. It can go in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah,
I just wanted to be exciting, what I'm saying? Because like when we got to the point where Sammy was pretty much fighting for his life every week, and then what was that? Was that Survivor Series? No, what was it? Where Sammy hit when he hit Roman?
Oh, that was
that something?
I won't say that because no, it was it after? So okay, so you got to think of the history. They always question Sammy's loyalty up until Survivor Series. That was War Games. That's November when he hit KO, and then they all hugged him and everything. So that was November. I want to say the still cheer to the back was Royal Rumble. Following year, yeah.
It was Royal Rumble because that was it was one of the big four, because there was a long aisle curving around and stuff like that. So yeah. That was drama for and like I've never been to where I'm sitting up on the couch like what's finna happen next? Like what I was engulfed in this shit, bro.
They had us in the palm of their hand.
They had us in the palm of their hands, bro, with that bloodline thing. So if we can get anywhere close back to where that was and stuff like that here at War Games or anything like that, and then we forgot, bro. We forgot about the damn The Rock.
Right.
He's in this some kind of way and stuff like that as well. Because we're going to get The Rock versus Roman.
Yeah.
We tried it and the fans said no, this is about Cody.
Yeah, and it would not be surprised if we get it this WrestleMania, because it was already set in stone for last year, and then the crowd kind of turned. But as long as you don't set it, but they did it to themselves by letting Cody win the Rumble. And so they have control over if we really gonna get this match or not. That somebody, let's say from like the opposite show, somebody on Raw wins the Rumble, so they can focus on their title. And then we still got Rock and Roman on SmackDown as that man.
Yep.
They can control it.
So maybe Sammy, we said all that, we didn't went back on other stuff like that, but Zayn may drop that title and maybe getting into it. If he does win, I think that they got other plans for the OG bloodline. If Zayn wins.
If Zayn wins, yeah.
If Zayn wins. All right, so last thing with Raw, McIntyre and Punk became official. Yay! We knew that was going to happen. Yeah. Saw them out. But what pisses me off is the fact that already they didn't put Seth Rollins.
They don't need a special referee.
They don't.
God, this is about, if anything, this supposed to be a cage match. Just them two beating the hell out of each other.
Just let that be the second one.
Yeah, they don't need. So again,
let the cage match be the second one. Let them wrestle this time. Let a ref take a bump. Somebody It needs to be a trilogy. Yeah. And the last match needed to be the one that included Seth Rollins, so we can roll over into whatever program that those two are going to have. Why do we have him now?
Yeah, I get it. And they don't need it. And then because my theory is they wanted Seth Rollins on the card somehow. They didn't really have another match for him to get involved with, so they put him in as a special referee. We'll see how it goes, because again, he's still a ref, so people can still distract him, whoever they decide to do it. He could take a bump and still be knocked out for at least 3 seconds to get this count done. So I don't know. We'll see how it works. But I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I think that it should have been a trilogy. Maybe McIntyre wins this one. Then Punk gets his get back.
We can still get a trilogy. Maybe all of them are.
But then what's that going to do with deal with Seth though? What is he going to do this whole time then? Because if he don't have a program now, what is he going to have the next 2 matches? So is he going to commentate the next one, or is he going to take time off? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't like it, but we'll see how that goes with it. One way or the other, it should be a hell of a fight. Hopefully, Punk is really cleared and he doesn't hurt himself at another Big Four.
Right? Yeah, that's all we just pray that he comes out of this without an injury.